What's good, YouTube? Cardfight King here. AQUA Life Baby, you already know. And you guys are probably wondering, what is this box in front of you guys? Well, this, guys, is my inner sanctum of Vanguard decks. And what is an inner sanctum of Vanguard decks? Well, this, something I just came up with like 2 hours ago. Is pretty much the select few decks out of my possessions of decks that I consider playing in a competitive Vanguard tournament. You guys might have, like, hypothetically, 12 decks in your possession, but you only play 3 of those 12 decks because they are your most competitive decks. They are the decks that you are 100% committed to. You know the plays, you know the matchups, and things of that nature. So this, guys, is my inner sanctum of Vanguard decks, the decks that I consider playing before I go into a tournament. Now, this video is more of a fun question video for you guys. I want to know what decks are in your inner sanctum for Vanguard. What Vanguard decks are in your inner sanctum? What decks out of your possession do you consider playing in a competitive tournament, whatnot? So I'm going to show you guys mine, and then put your decks in the comment section below. Let me know. Let's get started. All right, guys. So first, we're going to start off with my my current main deck right now is my Thavas deck. This deck has been a mainstay in my inner sanctum for quite a while. Since I was able to finish completing it after about 2 weeks after set 2 released. Guys, I love this deck so much. This guy has been a mainstay. He has his staple seat in my inner sanctum. So love Thavas. All right, on the next deck. All right, guys. So the next deck is my cross deck. I am not a Kagero player. I am a Overlord player. Not a Kagero player, Overlord player. I'm all about that AQUA Life, guys, but I really have a great liking for Dragonic Overlord. I like the series. I like what his style of deck brings. I've just been a fan of him. It really started in G Set 1. My brother, we really built this deck for my brother, but I was clicking more with this deck than he was. He's more of a Narukami player, and he plays like all the Narukami decks. Brawlers is his main deck, and so he didn't really click too well with the cross at the beginning. So for the entire G Set 1 format, and a little bit into the early stages of G Set 2 before I finished my Thavas deck, I main decked the cross. This deck, I've never missed a top with this deck. I do very well with the deck. I just click with this deck. A lot of things are just automatic with me for this deck. So I'm just a big fan of the Overlord series. So this is why I play Dragonic Overlord, the cross deck, because it's one of those decks I really click with, and this is definitely one of my staple seats in my inner sanctum. I just love playing with this deck, and I do fairly well with it. All right, and next deck. All right, guys, and the last deck of my inner sanctum is he's the new boy. He's the rookie of the inner sanctum, Tetra Boil, the whole Blue Wave deck. I've been playtesting with this deck a lot more often, guys, and I'm telling you, I'm getting better with it. I can see myself progressing with the deck. My build is, I'm changing up certain cards in the build, and it's flowing a lot better. The play style, my decision making, everything. I'm just getting a lot better with this deck, and I'm really enjoying it. I've committed 100% to this deck, trying to learn the play style, my build, the matchups, and things like that. And I've been doing very well. I play against my brother's brawler deck all the time, and his 13k body ability to crush the entire field in one attack, is very detrimental to Aqua Force in general. But I've been taking quite a few games away from him. I've been learning the plays, making different columns, holding back when I need to, pushing when I need to. I'm just clicking with this deck a lot more often now. This deck I'm definitely a lot more comfortable with this deck. I love this deck to death. It is just extremely fun to play, and this is this kind of feels like home for me too. My long history with Tetra Drive, this deck just feels like home to me. It's feeling more like home rather. Thavas is still, right now my main deck, but as I'm learning and progressing with this deck is I definitely feel very, very comfortable playing with my Tetra Boil Blue Wave deck, and nothing more to say on that. This is the new guy in the inner sanctum, and I'm very happy that he's here. Now, my Ripple deck is another deck that I've been, working on things, but it's not in my inner sanctum yet. I'm not clicking with my Ripple deck as I am with, these three decks. I'm not really clicking with the Ripple deck as I am. I'm still getting off the grade 2 game rush plays. I'm still playing with it on grade 3. I'm still trying to get better with my decision making and things like that. But, the style of play with the Voss, the Cross, and Tetra Boil just fit me as a player, more so than the Ripples do right now. And so I'm still learning with this deck, guys. This deck is pending. This deck is like a pending transaction. When a transaction is pending and it takes, forever and a day for the bank to be like, sure, this transaction can go through. That's where it's at right now. So right now it's still pending. I'm still in testing it, but so this is just pending. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It is like 3:50 in the morning, so I'm kind of tired. But again, what are you guys' main decks? What are you guys decks that are in your inner sanctum? What decks do you go to tournaments to play with competitively? Out of your 3,000 decks, what 3 decks or whatever it is do you play in a competitive tournament? All right, it's Cardfight King, and I'm out. Oh, and I am still building my Bermuda Triangle Harmony deck, and my Messiah deck is still in the works, but I'll probably make an update to my Inner Sanctum, as we get closer to, set 5 and post set 5. All right, Cardfight King, and I'm out. Peace.